try something different today. So this week's video, we've actually been back on silage this week because it's been nice and sunny. And of course we did do a video a couple of weeks ago on how we do silage, but we didn't do the all important sheeting down.
Yeah, so a really important part of the silage process is sheeting the clamp. So today we're going to talk all about the process behind that, why we do it, how important it is, and we hope you enjoy.
So we're literally going to show us do it, which will be fun for everyone. So our dad gave us the nod to say that he was going to go pick up his last load, meaning this load isn't as full as it could be because it's all that was left. So this is the last trailer load coming into the clamp. So the only jobs left to do is for Poppy to butt brake this onto the clamp, because obviously you don't want to leave a big pile of silage there. Then they'll all get it rolling there, and that's a really important job before we can sheet down. Is my dad with his tractor, he'll go take the wagon off now. Poppy on the JCB and my mum on her tractor, they'll all roll it so it's as flat as it can be, as tight as it can be. And then we can get the sheet on. It was quite a big load, but it was far from full, so that doesn't take them long to. So he's gone to take his wagon off. So Poppy's now going to spread this last bit of silage. Now my mum's coming back onto roll, Dad's going to come join them and then we can sheet down. So we're nearly there, nearly sheeting down. So before we can sheet down, the clamp needs to be really compact. Obviously you want the silage to ferment and you don't want any air in the clamp because it will ferment better, otherwise it can go off and things like that. So the best way to do this is just by rolling the clamp. So they've got 3 tractors on the go. That's the big tractor that was on the wagon. My mum's now switched to my mum's on that one. Poppy's stuck to her trusty JCB and is just rolling up and down with him. And then my dad is on the MX, that's what we use to rake and what my mum's been rolling on this whole time because he is doing the edges. So some would say he's got the worst job. He has to really concentrate to make sure he doesn't just casually drive off the edge. Just do a really good job of rolling the clamp. So yeah, I can't watch my dad too much because sometimes I feel like I'm going to spew. Yeah, it's a really important job and it's one that we have to do before we can even think about sheeting down. So because my mum has been rolling the whole time, she didn't stop rolling while Poppy was butt breaking, she kept on rolling. So there'll only be about half an hour and it'll be ready to sheet down. It's a lot quicker if someone can roll during the whole process because it's just being compacted throughout. Is done. They have finished rolling it, so now it's time to just sheet it down. So we're going to start by putting the side sheets down. So my mum's just undoing all the tyres. We put the tyres on just to hold the sheet down because obviously otherwise the wind will just blow it up and it would blow back onto the clamp and be in Poppy's way of butt breaking. So she's going to do all that and then we can fold them back over and put them onto the clamp then. So because there's no sheet on the clamp yet, we can still drive on it. So our dad is going to drive the sheet up. And then he's just going to tip it at the top for us. This is obviously just to save us carrying it up. Because absolutely nobody wants to be lifting that up here on our own. So we've actually just put silage on top of more silage. So we actually took the sheet off yesterday morning and now we're putting it back on. So this was a brand new sheet, but it has been on for a couple of weeks just while we waited until we could bring more silage in. So now it's just going to be a case of unfolding it. We did roll it up, but yeah, and then putting it out. So why do you put side sheets on the walls?
Well, what's very important is we're just starting this job. Your mum's gone.
Yeah, she's taken the tyres off. She's taken the tyres off the side sheets. She's round the back, taking the...
Sorry, I take it back.
So awkward for you.
I thought she'd vanished.
No, she's working hard.
Oh, bless her. She always
Right, so back to my question. So the side sheets,
Yeah.
what are they doing? Like, why are they on there in the first place?
So the side sheets are, well, partially to stop the air through the cracks in the panels getting into the side of the clamp, and then we fold them over the top. The big sheet goes over them, and then all the water will run off the silage completely. If we didn't have side sheets underneath the main sheet, the water would then run down the walls and we'd have a lot of waste.
Right, okay. And why was it important that you rolled it to the extent that you do?
Well, that's the most important part of making silage, is you get it tight and firm, as much air out of it as you possibly can. Some farmers use like a compactor, they put on the tractor and they roll it with that. We have not gone to do that just yet. We never have waste on our silage, so I think what we're doing is working really well. But Dawn is always rolling the clamp for the majority of the time when she's finished raking, so she's doing a good job with the tractor. Poppy obviously rolls a lot in between loads, and then we spend probably a good hour rolling after our last load is in with at least the 2 tractors and the JCB. So we really compact it well, and then the most important thing is getting a lot of weight on top of it as well. So we use tyres, and that does make a difference.
Nice. Once the tyres are off, you can just pull the side sheet up, and then eventually we'll put the other sheet on top and pin it down with tyres.
One thing to know about sheeting down is no matter what the weather is, it will become extremely windy as soon as you start.
Yeah. So obviously when it's windy it's not ideal because it just blows the sheets around. Lottie's banned from being on the clamp, so she's making the most of it while there's no sheet on. Because as soon as the sheet comes on, girl, you'll be off. So we pulled the side sheets down, so we're now going to start putting the top sheet on. So yeah, we're going to unfold it and hopefully just pull it down. Use our big muscles. So once we've worked out which way we folded the sheet up and unfold it, lol, we can then cover the whole clamp. And then basically what we're trying to do now is just make sure the side sheets are well tucked under this sheet and are lying flat. We don't want them, like, because it's windy, we don't want them scrumpling up. And then of course making sure the top sheet is covered right to the edge. So that's what we're on now. Like Poppy said, it's an absolute scorcher of a day today, and yet the wind, you can see, just picks up under the sheet, and that's why it's important to have weight on top of it. So we're just trying to organise this now.
So the JCB, as Josie said, is very important for sheeting down as well. So the black sheet is on, and now we're going to get the green sheet. So the green sheet is really important to help weigh the black sheet down, just to give it an extra bit of coverage and weight. So you can see them there. We got 3, or well, we got more than 3, but we got 3 for this clamp at the moment, and it's this one we're putting on first. on. Yeah, so it's really important the JCB doesn't drive on this sheet, because if this sheet gets any holes in it, it would be really, really bad for the silage. There'd be a lot of waste, because the air would be able to get in through the holes, and yeah, it just turns into a nightmare then. So we have to be really careful when walking on it as well. If anyone thinks they might have made a hole, they have to say straight away. Just own up. You'll get caught in the end. This sheet is quite heavy, so teamwork makes the dream work. I'm coming home.
Yeah, if you what you can see is what you're filming,
Right,
kind of
okay.
thing.
So am I filming now?
Yeah, you
Okay, they're pulling the green sheet, which is the weight, on top of the black sheet, and that helps weigh down the silage. It meaning we don't have to put the tyres so close as we used to have to do, because the green sheet does weigh everything down. It's important again to have it tight, so there's no ripples, which we've got to in it, so that again it lies flat on the silage sheet.
Right, it's playing now because the circle's
yeah.
turned into a square and that's lit up.
Around the edges we put double tyres to hold the sheets down in the wind, because it's amazing how the wind does get underneath the sheets. And then on the rest of the sheet we will be putting the tyres a certain distance apart. As I say, before we had the green sheets we had to have them touching, but now we can have them slightly apart.
Dad will go collect tyres in the bucket now. Him and my mum have both got their backs in. Dad did it last night, Mum's done it just now. I don't know if it was filmed or not. So Mum's now going to take him a lot of filming and Dad's going to fetch the tyres. At the moment I'm just stood around talking and Poppy is doing all the work. But what we do is we sheet down this bit completely first, because once we do the bottom of it we can't come back up here with a machine, so it's easy to get all the tyres on.
Gonna roll the sheet back a bit so we can get closer. Richard shouted at us to roll the sheet back a bit closer to the JCB, because we can't touch the sheet with the tyres. So tip the tyres further onto the ground. We do have a system where we roll it to ourselves, so it makes it easier. But obviously, if you don't catch it, it can go disastrously wrong.
So we've put all the tyres on, put the sheet on first. We made sure we rolled it actually first, really tight. Then we put the black sheet on, made sure there's plenty of overlaps from the side sheets, so everything was covered. No rain can actually run down the sides and into the silage. Then we put the green sheets on for weight and to help hold it all down nice and tidy. And then we covered it with tyres, as you can see. Tyres are also very important. We put quite a lot on because we do wagon silage. It's chopped a little bit longer, and all this extra weight helps to press the silage down and helps it to ferment. So hopefully when we open the clamp up in a couple of weeks, because we've got more to come in this part in a couple of weeks. We won't be taking the top off next time. We're going halfway. You'll see what's left, and it should be a sort of a light browny colour. It's started to pickle, and that'll become really good quality silage. So I think we put really good stuff in, so we're looking forward to some really good stuff later on in the winter.
Yeah, so if any air was able to get into this clamp at all, the silage would waste, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you see it going mouldy and it gets hot and sweats, and it's actually rubbish. Yeah.
Lovely. Things you do for love. When Matthew was up here being naughty, she left her toy under
I
the
think I'll
top
have
sheet.
to stand here because I'll have to hold that off there, I think. Let's stop down.
The things Dad wasn't impressed. Whereas Lottie's will be. Don't make that noise or she'll be out. Quick question for you all. Mum, do you enjoy sheeting down? You're like,
No, but there is a sense of achievement when it's done.
I find that ever since we've got the panels, I definitely enjoy it more because it's not as daunting. And when we've got lots of help, it's more enjoyable. I hate the thought of sheeting down. I hate sheeting down. And to be honest, I don't even get a sense of achievement. At the end of it, I just want to go home. So what we're doing now is just, even though we finished this top bit now, what we're going to do is put a load of tyres here, so when the sheet gets pulled down, we've got some here, so it's less further, less. It's easier to go down than up. Yeah, that's what Mum always says. She always says
I
that.
just stole a saying.
Do you want to say it, Mum, as it's your saying?
It's easier to throw down than throw up.
Wise words from a wise owl.
An old woman.
Yeah, it's playing now. So just say anything you want to say.
Just get up there.
Film useful content and just film anything that you'd like to say about it. I mean, say anything.
So as you can see, Dawn is working really hard with a really bad back. Chelsea's not doing a fat lot. Poppy's pretending to work hard, but not really. See, Chelsea's trying to look busy. Really busy. Because I've got a bad back, but I've been told I've got to do it. No, Dawn's got a bad back. Dawn's let go. It's a very silly thing to do. But it's actually pick it up because we started doing it. So what we're doing now is pulling the sheet down to the second part of the clamp. So what we do is get this sheet down, and then we'll get the green sheet on top of this sheet, and into the tyre from that part. As you can see, Josie's doing nothing, and Poppy's pretending to work hard. And Dawn is working hard. I'm slightly biased, but I expect all this to be edited out, so it won't really make any difference.
The tyre by you, the only you are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Try and do something, Josie. So I think that section is
At
done.
least I can have a laugh.
I think that's probably over and out.
So someone, my dad's gone back in only for different purposes for Poppy.
There, okay?
Yeah.
There's a hole, okay. So I'm going to go and get the patch stuff now. So what we're going to do now is the exact same thing. So my dad will go and get a green sheet on the JCB, plonk it on top, then we'll roll it out, put tyres on, and then we'll be back to show you how we got on. Hopefully we're all in one piece with no arguments.
There's another hole there.
That'll be a miracle. So that part of the clamp is now done, so we're getting there. Dad's now just doing a similar thing, tipping some tyres just up there so they're easy access for the next part of the sheet. So that black sheet, as you can probably tell, it's only reached about here in the clamp. I'm going to be honest, the sun is shining on the phone. I literally am hoping that you can see what I'm saying. But all of this grass is still exposed. So obviously that needs to be covered as well. So we will have to use a separate black sheet to go over that and then put another green sheet on top again. And we just use a whole length of a sheet and just basically roll up what we don't need, which you'll see us do now. But we would never cut it, because when then on the next cut we will end up coming out here with the grass, then we'll need more length on the sheet. So we don't cut it for that reason, we just roll up what we don't use. Right, filming's proven to be a bit of a nightmare, the phone just fell over. But we've got the sheet, obviously it's not on properly yet. So one really important thing is, you've seen the side sheets that we obviously got the tyres off first. So this is the side sheet, and that goes underneath the main sheet then, it goes over the whole clamp. So it's really important, before the sheet goes over, we need to make sure these sheets are out as far as they should be, so that when the sheet comes over then there's plenty of all of this being covered, like so. So before we pull that over then we just make sure that's pulled out. Hang on. Oh. Hi girls! So you might have noticed that we are a man down now. It's just me, Dad and Mum, the two invalids, bad backs. Because it is actually milking time. What?
The only two working here are the invalids.
So it's milking time. As you can see, this is our milking herd. So they always come in this way, they walk right round the silage clamp. So even though we're on silage and it's extremely important we get the sheet on this silage as soon as we finish, we also have to make sure the cows get milked on time, because as you might have known in other videos, they're very set to routine. So yeah, we can't just stop everything because we're on silage. So Josie is fetching these in, that's where she's gone, and sorting out their fences and everything for tonight and tomorrow then. Much to Mum and Dad's delight, because as they said, they're now doing all the work.
Do this for a living, I don't know. It's bloody mad. Yeah, it's got.
So in lots of our videos lately we've shown training calves up and everything on electric, and this is a really prime example of why it's so important they used to it from a young age, because as you can see the herd are walking into the parlour now. There's an electric wire there and one there, and that is what's stopping them coming in and helping the sheep down, which I can tell you they wouldn't be much help. But yeah, that's why it's so important. I wonder sometimes if they realise that we're doing this all so they can eat in the winter. Hiya! Hiya! So that's the green sheet on. So the last job now is to just cover this with the tyres, exactly like we've done on the rest of the clamp. We're on the home stretch, everyone. And now the cows are in. Dun-dun-dun-dun. We've gained a member. Josie's husband Blath is milking. He's very handy. With Amanda, of course, so Josie's able to help us finish off. Blath's just arrived, so that does mean we're a milker down. So they're probably going to have a husband and wife debate now.
Hello. Let's have a tyre.
Cute. This is why you get married. Wow, to sheep down. Dad's been very patient. So we just got a tiny section left, so I think we're just gonna get a scoop and tip it there. Save making life hard. Lav's really committed to getting that tyre. He's also come prepped because he's got gloves on, which I wish I had on because my hands.
I got
Yeah.
Hands.
You are.
I got posh hands, I'm not hard that you got.
I bet they're lovely and soft though. Since you've been married to Josie,
Yeah.
how many sheet in the pits do you think you've actually managed to miss?
Miss?
Yeah.
Oh, not a lot. I was hoping to get away with this one, but I still
You managed to
catch
get
the
here
end.
just by the end. So we nearly always sheet down like in the evenings, we'll be on it in the day and then usually finish by the night and we get the sheet on straight away. So it's a bit of a miracle if Vlad managed to be in work or somewhere where he doesn't have to do it. He was pretty close today, but he's got here to just do the last few tyres. We should leave him do it on his own really. We did it!
Hey!
So Blav just said he feels like a criminal, which is a bit extreme.
Because I haven't done it all.
Because he came right at the end, but we've decided
I did chuck up some tails. 66.
He's representing Josie and
he's
himself.
representing
There we go.
Josie. Started with 4, had a section of 3 of us, and we finished with 4. We're counting all the injuries. Yeah, so we finished. So all in all, that took us about 2 hours.
Oh, I didn't say that, was it?
3. Started about 3 o'clock, did we? It was 2? 3. Yeah,
Yeah,
two
sorry,
hours.
about half
Not too
2.
bad.
Yeah, about an hour and a half. So it's not too bad
No,
at all.
not bad.
And as you can
If,
see, it's well
If
covered.
you two had actually been working and not filming, we would have took half the time.
Then what would all our lovely followers watch? Anyway, so that's the basics of sheeting down the clamp. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Sun is right up my hand.